Good day, fellas. I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill. And today is extremely special day for us, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. And the main reason being is because we are celebrating the 1-year birthday for the index page. Fellas, it has been a year with the index page. I believe we went a long way through, and if you never used it, I would highly recommend to do that. We are working on the Crew 2.0, we are working on the 3D models, we have so many more things to come here, and obviously basically what you can see, you can find a YouTube video, you can see the field modifications, what I recommend, you can see the equipment setup, you can see crew skills, you can see many other things. Feel free to check out index page if you never did so. And obviously today we are going to play with a super mutant. I haven't featured this tank in a while, and I kind of think this is a hidden gem. It is a premium tank with a preferential matchmaking, so you will never ever see the tier 10s, although your armor against the tier 9s is kind of weak. Other than that, this vehicle has 200mm of penetration with the standard rounds, and with the gold it has 245, which nowadays is not that great. But the tank itself, I am finding this tank a pleasure to play with. Now we have a winning spawn in this map, so this should be potentially victory. Well, there is a big chance we are going to win this. And one more thing which I want to say, a big fat thanks for two gentlemen speaking about the guys who are working on the index page, Paradox and Lurker. Both of them are putting a humongous time and effort to provide us with the content as early as possible, and they are pretty much responsible for everything what we have. Paradox is the guy who is coding, and overall it was his idea to create the index page, right? He came to me one day and he said, Skill, I have an idea. How about the index page? And I remember at start, fellas, I was like, nah, it's okay, we do not need this. But whenever he showed how is it looking like, I instantly fell in love with it. And from that moment, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, we are adding more and more and more and more content there, more information there, and I am extremely happy with how everything is turning out and how the things are looking like. I am extremely happy with this. And Lurker is the guy who is putting all information into the index page, right? He is spending a humongous amount of the time and effort to deal with everything, and without those two gentlemen, fellas, we would not be where we are now, so big fat thanks for them. Okay, so far, looking into this game, it is not looking ideally by any shape or any form. The things are not looking that great. I would love to punish this little mother trucker Gusor, but it is not so simple thing to do, unfortunately. And yes, I'm trying to go somehow for a blind shots, but once again, it is not looking so easy and so simple. Meanwhile, unfortunately, we are missing an opportunity to punish crossing concept 1B, but it is how it is. No complaints, no regrets, nothing what we could change there. And now we are waiting until someone will try to get involved a bit here, and look at this beautiful side shot. Nice. Okay, we are fine. I believe this game should be 3000 combined as hopefully the bare minimum, right? This is what we are looking for. There is obviously very powerful tanks like Skoda here or Concept 1B, when it is very hard to deal with them, but we need to figure out how to get involved into this game and how we could punish enemies for their mistakes and for their stupidity in a way. Meanwhile, we have the object. He has a very nice armor, and this is very hard for us to hit his cupola, let's get real. So to be completely honest with you, I'm not even bothering to do anything here. At this point, I think the best option for us is to be passive and to keep our distance between us and enemies in a way, right? I do not really think we can go super aggressively and we can beat the living crap out of the enemies. At least I do not feel this way. Let's see. Yeah, I cannot even penetrate him, unfortunately. I mean, I can try to load the gold, but I do not really think gold is going to help us that much. This is a very, 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 very hard situation for us. It truly is. Although the T95 is joining the pressure, so yeah. It is getting harder and harder, fellas. It is getting harder and harder. I still think we have a winning spawn over there, but the question is how to get involved. I cannot play in front against the Concept 1B or T95. Whenever they are going to spank me, I am going to cry in the corner and I am going to say sorry for them. There is literally nothing what we could do about this. Although, looking better where enemy Ferrari is sitting at, I believe there is a chance we can punish him. Beautiful. That's great. Step by step, fellas. Step by step. Okay, what we want to see Concept 1B overpeaking. If Concept 1B will overpeak, we should be able to send him to the garage. Good. This is exactly what I'm looking for. I want to see enemies making one or another mistake. That's what I am looking for. Gusor in the open field. Ay. The death is near, fellas. The death is near. Okay. Good. Exactly what I'm looking for. I need to see a mistake. I need to see mistake from the enemy side, fellas. That's what I need to do. Skoda. Not the greatest angle ever, that's for sure. Concept 1B. Also extremely hard to do something for him. And the thing is, whenever enemies are going to get a bit closer, this is going to be harder and harder and harder for us. And obviously we are trying to play hold down as much as we physically and possibly can. We do not really have any other option. Beautiful high roll for this guy. Excellent. Now, Object is having a time of the year. He is just enjoying himself to the maximum, and there is nothing what I can do for him whenever he is playing cooldown. But luckily for us, he decided to cross through the open field, and oh, come on, game. That's not cool. That's not cool. You could give this to me. Hashtag never lucky, I guess. Okay, how about this Ferrari? Can we eliminate him? Unfortunately, we cannot. Okay, how about if we would take the lower ground here? Maybe this will work just fine. Now, Concept 1B is more likely powerful player. At least usually whenever you are dealing with the concepts, it looks like they know exactly what they are doing, fellas. At least that's what I can tell you. Meanwhile, Object is sitting here. Luckily for us, he is becoming down to fartable. This is very, very good. No Concept, where are you? Where is the Concept? Okay, Concept is here. Excellent. This is exactly what I want to see. I know he can penetrate me with a hit without bigger problem whatsoever, so I'm going to go in front. I will take one for the team, and I will simply try to eliminate him from the game. Now he's with APCRs, he should easily kill me. Yeah, that's what we have for a very first game. Very unfortunate matchmaking overall. This is like the worst case scenario for any Mutant player. Do I feel bad about this? To be completely honest with you, not really. I know you cannot be aggressive against the tier 9s, and you cannot be aggressive against them. People who are spamming gold, who has a very, very high penetration. But that's it. What can I say? Let's teleport to the scoreboard and let's go for a second round. Let's go. And we are back. Luckily, it is a victory. Well, we had winning spawn, so not a big surprise, but in the same time, our butt got carried here. Once again, this is what you are getting. Whenever you are kind of unlucky with matchmaking, that's what you can expect. I still think this vehicle is pretty good, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. So we scored 3rd by experience and probably 7th by the damage, which is not great by any shape or any form, but this is where we are, and we made only 29,000 credits. Could be better. Let's go for round number 2, shall we? And we are back with round number 2. Okay. Round number 2 is looking a bit better. We are fighting against the tier 8, so we are not in such a big disadvantage as we was before. Well, there is bad thing. Skill, every single time you are finding excuses. Fellas, it is Prokurovka, okay? So, what Prokurovka means? Okay, I see. Baboon with a raised PP, baboon with a raised PP. Fellas, love is in the air. I can tell you that. Love is definitely in the air. Anyways, what I wanted to say, since Skill is complaining all the time, we are having kind of open map, if I can say so. So yeah, unfortunate. But it is how it is. No complaints, no regrets. So, how we are going to make this tank work? I would say first things first, we want to eliminate this house from the middle. We definitely do not need this house. And now all we need to do, we need to wait until enemies will try to make a bit of pressure on top of the hill. And I can promise you that they will. It is a matter of the time. And for now, we are just waiting, we are enjoying ourselves, and we are having a great time. There is no need for us to think about pushing 1-2 line. It is just simply pretty much signature for getting effed, so we cannot afford this. Obviously, we don't really want to play over there. I do not really think it is the best idea ever. And for now, we are just chilling, we are enjoying ourselves, and we are waiting until someone will get spotted on top of the hill. Meanwhile, I assume our Su 130 PM is getting blind shotted. I saw the minus 200 HP, so that should mean blind shots are coming in, right? Oh, hello there, Mr. Progetto, how you are doing? Beautiful. That's how we are opening our score in this map, and I can tell you one thing, fellas. You need to be super patient in this map. There is no other alternative option. You need to have your patience up to the maximum. If you are going to make a hardcore pressure with a tank like Mutant or Super Mutant or however you would call this vehicle, well, then it is going to be kind of game over. Unless you are playing against the tier 6s, then this tank, is going to be as good as it gets, if that makes sense, right? Against the lower tiers, this tank is like a king in a way. Okay, unfortunately we missed full aim at shot, which is quite unfortunate, but oh well, what can you do? Cry every time, I guess. Cry every time. Meanwhile, Bacha tried to go on top of the hill. Interesting. I'm trying to make sure I'm not going to miss my shots, and I am going to aim fully. This is absolutely amazing. I believe our team will start farming them like there is no tomorrow, and all we need to do, we need to open our eyes and we need to aim properly. All in all, gun handling of this vehicle is not something epic. It is not a legendary gun. It's not the best gun in the world of tanks by any shape or any form, but to be completely honest with you, it can work, and it is relatively alright. I would not say this gun is the biggest piece of shit I ever seen in World of Tanks, if you know what I mean. But obviously it is not a Ergasham gun, or it's not a Scorpion gun. You cannot expect to hit every single snapshot or every single aimed shot. This is just not how this tank is looking like, and it works a bit differently. Meanwhile, obviously you can make this tank a bit better by getting yourself up, by getting yourself gold ammunition for obvious reasons. But looking into this, fellas, I do not really know what I'm supposed to say. 4 minutes of Prokurovka, and we are getting effed in a way. Well, by saying we are getting effed, I mean our score is kind of sad. I would say our score is kind of sad, fellas. And there is nothing, I repeat, nothing what we can do differently about this. Oh well, accept this, better luck next time. By the way, I have a feeling Garta is sitting somewhere here, so I'm going to spank him in the face. And this is the score which we have. All in all, 2,500 combined. It is not ideal, fellas. All in all, 2,500 is not ideal, but that's what we have, fellas. Whenever you are having 15-2 score and the games are going just like this, or we are having a blitz games in the World of Tanks, unfortunately we cannot change anything too much, you know? We are not taking too much risks, especially with this tank in the open map like this, because if I'm going on top of the hill, I'm dead. If I'm pushing through the 1-2 line, I am also dead. So yeah, We needed to be smart in this way, and we were, and this is the score which we are getting. Unfortunately, we are finishing somewhere in the bottom by experience, which is quite sad thing. We are finishing somewhere in the middle by the damage, which is not good, but we made 51,000 profits, and it happens, fellas. Nothing what we can change there. Baboons just simply smashed the previous team like there is no tomorrow. Let's go for a round number 3. And we are back with a round number 3. Okay, let's see, what do we have? We have a highway. No, I hope this game is going to be the best with this time, because so far both of the games which we had, they were relatively weak, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, which is quite sad thing, but in the same time nothing what we can do. You know, I do not cherry pick the games, and sometimes session is going to the right direction and sometimes not so much. The first game was hard. The second game I have no clue how I could be a bit more aggressive here, to be fair with you. So yeah, that's what we have. Anyways, in this situation I have a feeling we are going to go super aggressively over there, and hopefully we will get plenty of assisting damage and plenty of the damage dealt. That's the plan, that's the hope, and that's the dream. Let's try to make it work. Now, what is the worst thing what could happen in this game? I would say the worst thing if they have a sniper schnitzel somewhere here. That would be literally the worst for us, because then we can get easily farmed from this position whenever we are going to get involved. And involved we will get, fellas. I want to be relatively aggressive here, and in the same time I am having one big problem here. We do not really have any sniper schnitzel sitting here, and this is a big fat problem, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. And I would say this is a big fat problem. Meanwhile, we are going to spank the bulldog, which is always nice and always welcome, and we are getting punished by the trash 103. Oi oi, and by Vaza. Oi 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 oi. Oi, 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 oi. Well, not the best idea to make pressure like this, I guess. And there is absolutely nothing what we can change about this. Okay, there is one bad thing about this game. The worst thing for us is, unfortunately, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, we do not have a sniper schnitzel here. Well, we have the Chrysler, but Chrysler cannot do absolutely anything with his inaccurate gun. And that was the performance. Absolutely amazing. I had a blast, fellas. By saying I had a blast, my ass just got blasted, right? The armor unfortunately did not work that great against the 290 millimeters penetration hits. There is nothing what I can change about this, and those two sniper schnitzels punished me quite a bit. Can I change something here? Nope, I cannot. Will I accept this? Absolutely yes. Sometimes it happens when it's not your day, and today is not my day. Although it is not stopping me from celebrating the very first birthday of the index page, and I believe there is way more of those to come. Now, we are going to be obviously passive, because we do not really have any other option for obvious reasons, but what we can do, we can wait until enemies will get involved. Whenever they will get involved, we will make sure to spank them in the face once or twice or 3 times, or until they are going to take one for the team. Interesting. Interesting, fellas. At this point, once again, I believe it's fair to say enemies have a lot of forces overall in this side. So yeah, this is quite a challenge. This is quite a challenge, fellas. I cannot be aggressive because I do not really have any hit points left whatsoever. Decisions, decisions, decisions. How to get more use of all of this? How to get more use? Okay, that's good. This should be a blind shot, or a semi-blind shot, I would say. We saw this tiger crossing, and I think we spanked him very, very well in the face. Meanwhile, we see another guy crossing through the middle. Good. Let's try to do everything in our powers to make this game better, you know? Because I messed up already quite a bit, so at this point I just need to wait, and I need to expect for the best in a way. That's all I need to do. Looking into our team who is crossing through the open field here, it is pretty impressive, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. It is pretty impressive. You are not seeing that often whenever Jack Tiger is going through the middle of the field. You know what? If I would be in enemy team, I would feel very, very great farming him as well. And there is nothing bad, fellas, about couple of tourists there and there. There is nothing bad and there is nothing wrong about the tourists. Okay, let's try to cross like this and let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do about this. Okay, beautiful. I am trying to save this game as much as I physically and possibly can, and this is not the easiest thing to do, but we are working our ass to do so, fellas. We are working our ass to do so. Okay, the Fed, let's try to punish him. Yeah, we are pumping a bit of the damage, but once again, the death is inevitable, fellas. The death is coming, and it is matter of the time. It is matter of the time for sure. Okay, the Fed, let's try to punish him once again. Beautiful. No. Tiger. Very, very, very hard situation. Extremely hard situation. Let's try to hit the Fed. That's okay. We are getting quite a bit of the... We have quite a bit of the forces who are coming back for a base defense, but unfortunately, it was a bit too late, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways, it is how it is. The third game was the best so far. We managed to pump quite a decent score in the end of the day. We have 3.9 thousand, but to be fair with you, it was very, very hard session for me with this tank. And the funny thing, I really want to highlight this. Whenever I played for a field modifications with this tank, 4,000, 4,000, 4,000, 4,000, back to back to back to back to back. And I proved my point, this tank is so much better than some other people think. Anyways, let's teleport to the scoreboard and let's see what we have, fellas. And we are back, fellas. At least once we had a great game. At least once. The third game was the charm. Anyways, 3.3 thousand damage, 900 assisting damage. Even though we had a very, very bad start, we finished everything relatively well. We are top by experience, we are top by the damage. This gentleman played well, he played in very, very good position and he did absolutely everything properly. So kudos to him. And all in all, I'm relatively happy with all of this. 46,000 profits, and speaking about our average performance, we barely scratched it, fellas. 3.1 thousand combined. Well, that's what we have, and this is what is this session all about. All in all, fellas, I truly do not think this tank is that horrible, and to be completely honest with you, I like this tank, and I am always having a good time, or usually I'm having a good time while playing with this beautiful vehicle. Anyways, thank you very much. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. I hope you had a great time and I hope you enjoyed yourself. This news was special for headset users. I hope you enjoyed yourself. And obviously, once again, fellas, big day today. 1 year birthday for index page. Excellent. Thank you very much for staying with us for such a long time, and obviously big fat thanks for every single of you who are watching YouTube videos, or patrons, or people who are using the index page, purchasing bananas there, and obviously people in the YouTube who are watching the videos and in the same time who are clicking that join button. Thank you, we appreciate you. I hope you are enjoying yourself together with us, and see you very, very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.